Overwhelming intro. The beautiful undisputed god issues.
We didn't read fast enough.
No. This is some PS3 level cutscene.
That's exactly what this is. So we are playing Mugen Souls. This is originally this is the Switch version, which at the time of this, we're actually recording this before the game comes out because there's an embargo. So right when the embargo lifts is when we will post this video because we don't want to break embargo. But this is the Switch version published by EastAsiaSoft, released here at the end of April 2023. And this was originally a PS3 game, and it was also released on a PC back in 2012. Wow.
11 years ago.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
We are from MyGamer.com, by the way. Go there, put us in your favorites. You can follow me on Twitter at ZachGaz, ZACKGAZ. And I'm kind of excited because I never really knew about this game back in the 2012 era. This one flew under my radar.
Yeah. So I remember when this came out. There's a big deal about the censorship in it. There was a mini game that they censored and basically completely removed. So you could go in, and if you succeeded in the mini game, you got a bunch of stat boosts. And if you failed, I believe you still got some, but not a lot. And what they did is they made it so you just got average stat boosts and none of the scenes played. The issue is that the game, as games do at the very end, kind of gets really hard and expects you to be good at that mini game by that point.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not getting the stat boost that the game is expecting you to, so it got grindy.
Yeah, according to the press release that I was sent here, this is an updated version here of Mugen Souls, includes all prior extras while faithfully adapting the content of the Japanese original, making it the definitive way to experience this cult classic JRPG. So I'd be curious to see, like, if longtime fans, if somebody played this on PlayStation 3 back in 10 years ago, and if they played this version, to do like a comparison, like, is this really different? How much different is it? Is it better? Is it worse?
So I actually own Mugen Souls and Mugen Souls Z. I've never played them, but I own them.
I'm guessing you got it for a song on a Steam sale.
I think I own the physical copy on the PC as well.
Oh, hardcore.
Oh yeah. Well, it's Nipponichi. At one point I used to buy everything they released because it was all really good and fun. But then they sort of, around the time of this game, got really into censorship. So I, wasn't.
Yeah, which is funny because, Nintendo allows, is a little bit more relaxed with their censorship these days, whereas Sony is more strict. You'd think it'd be like the other way around, but yeah, so there are some of these.
Microsoft has never cared, ever.
Microsoft is Microsoft.
Microsoft's entire stance has always been, is it their rating system for this
Microsoft is
issue?
they're like, hey, you have a game? Yes, please put it on our platform, please. Yeah. Just whatever you have.
Oh, but it has adult themes on it. So
yeah, whatever.
You make it mature? I don't know what the issue is here.
But you could still bring it to our console, right? Yeah.
So, also speaking of other things, did you hear that that Britain denied the merger for Activision and Microsoft?
I did not. That must have just happened today.
Just happened. Yep.
No, I did not. No, yeah, I know that's been in the headlines, especially. Are they going to allow it to happen? It's been the talk of the town for weeks, a couple of months, I think now at this point.
They don't have a lot of. I don't think they have a lot of ground to stand on. People don't want them to merge because they just hate Microsoft. Or they're...
I just put all that stuff on Game Pass now. Like, that's the way I see it.
Exactly.
Like, you could put Call of Duty and then Blizzard games and like Diablo and all these awesome games that, like, from the Blizzard side that I would really want to play. Man, you put that stuff on Game Pass, awesome. That's how you make it even better.
And I love that that Sony's argument is like, oh, Microsoft doesn't release their games on our systems, and they're like, Minecraft. Minecraft wasn't on a Sony system until we bought it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, well, we'll get diminished versions of stuff. And it's like, you mean like every Square Enix game that comes to fucking any Microsoft console?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't really understand. To me, I'm like, I'm excited about it because I'm an Xbox player. I'm a fan of Game Pass. Give me all the Blizzard games. You know.
See, the thing that annoys me is they bought fucking
Bethesda.
Sony bought Bungie.
Yeah.
And they're gonna buy Square.
I mean, give it some time. You know, who knows? But now that Microsoft has Bethesda, and then if they go through with this Activision Blizzard, I mean, those are some. To me, again, all about Game Pass. Just put it on Game Pass so I don't have to buy games anymore. I can just play these games that I want to play and pay the $15 a month or whatever it is. That's the way I see it. You know, to me, it's I save money by not having to buy all these games that I probably would buy if I could just plunk down a subscription.
Absolutely. And I think that might be one of the reasons that we haven't gotten a bunch of titles on Game Pass, is because Microsoft is waiting for the deal to go through, and they're just gonna be like, yep, by the way, here's every single fucking Activision game.
I've been waiting because I have Diablo 2 and like the Blizzard Arcade Collection. I have them in my watch list, and they've been on sale for, you know, decent prices, $5, $10 or whatever. $15 for Diablo 2. And I was like, you know what? I want to play these games, but you know what? I'm just going to wait a little bit because one day they should be on Game Pass. So if I'm just patient enough, I could save some money now. But I know you're trying to play and read the tutorial, so this is hard to
no, it's
talk.
fine.
And yes, I'm the same way. It's like, just shut up for a minute so I can actually read and figure out what's happening, because I want to see what's going on too.
Okay, I use Moe.
Yeah, and we've also covered Moro, is that how you say that? Moriro, Crystal H, and Seven Pirates H.
Yes.
Covered those on MyGamer.com, and I think we streamed those games too, so that content's on our site as well.
Yeah, for the most part, I really enjoy what is Idea Factory, and the other company that I'm blanking the name of that does these, they just weird little games. They do stuff sort of like whatchamacallit there, Hyperdimension Neptunia they're involved in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, I want every game to come out on every system that it makes sense for.
Yeah, to me, you know, this, and like, I'm bummed that like Square doesn't release their stuff on Xbox, because like I would love to buy the Final Fantasy Pixel Collection, but it's not on Xbox because I want Xbox achievements, damn it.
Yeah, exact. Well, that's the thing that kind of sucks, is that it's like you also get tied in. No one wins when you're fucking stuck to one system.
Yeah, and Square's got I mean, I've heard that Square's just like, you know what? We're a Japanese company, you're an American company. Maybe we don't like each other. We have our differences. I'm not going to put my games on your platform. But I think there's more to it. To that, it's not as simple. It's not as black and white as that.
No,
I hope it wouldn't be. I've heard that like it's actually like you got to pay some money to port your game to Xbox. There's like some money and time involved, and maybe Microsoft doesn't make that process as easy as it should be. So that's why it doesn't it's not worth it for some of these publishers, some of these developers to put their game on Xbox. It's way cheaper to do it on Switch and PlayStation. So I think that sounds more reasonable. The money and time thing, which usually determines everything here on planet Earth. But what do I know?
Yeah. So one of the things that I said is, if they want to buy something and they're having issues about Activision, go get Capcom and like Konami.
Yeah, what's Konami really doing these days?
Let Konami have their like pachinko stuff and just buy their rights.
Yes, just buy or buy like their console rights. They can do whatever, they can do mobile, whatever, pachinko machines, have at it.
The way that fucking mobile is developing, I don't know if I would allow that. Because, like, does that count streaming? Does that count, the pachinko stuff, I'd be like, look, just split off into that pachinko company will give you a fucking indefinite usage. You can make a Minecraft pachinko if you want to. Any, like, Microsoft IPs. And they would be like, they would probably accept that. But one of the things I heard that the reason Microsoft can't really purchase any of them is that Japanese businesses basically refuse to be sold to anyone outside of Japan.
Yeah, that's another kind of thing that I heard too. So
is that
who knows? I mean, it could be a combination of all three of those things. It could be, whatever. But to me, I just want stuff on Game Pass because that's just awesome now. Like I'm so spoiled now because I've had Game Pass forever, and now that they got Bethesda games, like I don't even have to buy like Fallouts and stuff anymore.
Yeah,
Skyrim.
Exactly. And Fallout is Microsoft is going to release shit on fucking the Sony platforms.
Yeah, absolutely too. Because why wouldn't they? Like I think they're just increasing their market share. Like why? Like sure, you might sell some more Xboxes, but like if that happened today, everybody already has half people have PlayStation and half people less people I think have Xboxes. So they'd be kind of dumb not to like not get into that audience.
Well, and I love my Xbox because Game Pass is, in general, a better service than Sony's. It's actually been not good this year, which is upsetting.
Yeah, there just hasn't been decent games, Like I'm just looking at like Zelda's kind of like the next big game, right?
Yeah.
Mugen Souls, sure, let's put that on the list.
Huge game, yep.
Huge niche game.
Absolutely.
With the bunny, thing on the front of your ship. Only in Mugen Souls.
Yep. All right, so this is a brief look at Mugen Souls and the power of Moe. So what do you think?
Yeah, I'd be curious to see where it goes. I mean, I think there's just a lot of story here in the beginning, as a lot of I think JRPGs are. You might have to play it for an hour or even a couple hours to like get to like the open world and the battles and everything like that. But I mean, it's a PS3 RPG that's been upgraded according to this press release for the Switch. It seems like it's a colorful game. It seems like it's a good game. It seems like there's some polish here, a lot of stuff going on. So it's just like a good JRPG. So if you're a JRPG fan, I don't see why you wouldn't want to check this one out.
Absolutely. So I enjoyed this. I've watched people play it before, and it seemed fun then. And it looks like it's basically the same solid game that it was there. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this game at this moment.
Yeah, and check out all the other EastAsiaSoft games. I've been covering a lot of their games. I want to say even most of their games, over the last 2-3 years especially. So go to MyGamer, just click on the reviews. You can scroll through. You can see a lot of EastAsiaSoft games. They're honestly, I'm not like, this is the honest to God truth. They're one of my favorite publishers, and they have been, because they release these games for the most part that are $5, $7, under $10, and they're easy games to get into. Easy games to get achievements and trophies. They often released on all the systems: Xbox, PlayStation, a ton of games on Switch. So there's just a lot of good stuff coming from EastAsiaSoft. These games that only cost a few bucks, but are like really good, very unexpectedly good. So check out their library, including this one here. And you can follow us at mygamer.com. You can follow me on Twitter at ZachGaz, EACKGAZ. And until next time, thank you for watching and game on.